Here is my Heathkit Boonie bike, trail bike from 1969. My dad and I picked it up back then as a kit. We went to the Heathkit plant in Benton Harbor, Michigan from Chicago and brought it back, assembled it. It's pretty much original. I still have the original engine, and the transmission has been replaced. I ran this quite a bit. Right around 1974, I was out riding and the two-speed transmission blew out. So I went to Heathkit, Benton Harbor, got another one. Put it in, went out riding, I hit a big puddle of water and splashed the engine, messed up the ignition, and did a few other problems to it, and it was getting pretty tired anyway, so it sat for a couple years. Then I was down Benton Harbor getting some other stuff, and I asked them, hey, you guys wouldn't have a 5-horse for my Boonie bike? And they looked around. They had ordered one for another piece of equipment a few years earlier and never used it, but it was the identical engine. So the one that's in here right now is basically brand new. I bought it, put it on the shelf, and didn't do anything for about 35 years. Until this year, I tore everything down, lubed everything, repainted the fenders, did a few other stuff. I have the light kit for this. I'm fabricating a battery box right now, and I also have the front ski that goes on it, and it worked pretty good in the snow, up to about 6 inches or so. Used it for deer hunting quite a bit. But like I say, it's a pretty good bike. You don't see too many with the original transmissions in them. Most blown out, and people are replacing with just a jack shaft. But we'll take a look here. See a nice beefy big tire on the back, gives it a lot of traction. Heathkit made most of this. I believe the brakes assembly, I think that's off a Rupp. Of course the engine, Briggs & Stratton, and the tires, I think they made the frame. And pretty much everything else was aftermarket. You can see I got a little bent foot peg here. A little history behind that. Ran into a really nice stump going full speed with a buddy of mine on the back, so that's a bit of a memory. The light on it, anything. The muffler is just a little 5-horse, but the square box on the engine is actually part of the original spark arresting muffler that was required. The muffler that went into it pretty much rusted out, so I'm going to try and fabricate. I've got the specs for a new one. But low gear, it pulls pretty good. You can see the original shifter here for low and high. And the clutch itself has 2 chains coming off. It's a 2-sprocket clutch. Alright, let's set her up here to go for a little ride. There we go. Yep, runs pretty good. Engine's still breaking in. There's probably not even 20 minutes or so on it. So we'll have to run around a little more. And I'm going to get all the lights and everything hooked up. Got to get a brake light switch. Missing a horn, but I found a same horn in England. A guy's got the exact same horn, new old stock, so I'll put that on. Original tires, original chains, original brakes, and throttle cables, everything else original except what I said. Hope you enjoyed the video. Yo.